against Philippine teams that would like to get the open court, but have been hampered as of late because they're just not shooting the ball very well. But as I say that, Ontiveros, nice little floating jumper there, and the Philippines take back the lead. If you look at the shooting percentages, and look at that, 11.1 as compared to 61.5. My goodness. USA hasn't shot the ball particularly well throughout this game. Wide open look here, and that'll go over and out by Brian Asbury.
Actually, you know, the main difference here is this game should have been broken wide open by the United States if they could just hit their shot from the outside. On the other hand, the Philippines also should have a hefty lead, but they've also just gone cold.
Well, if you want to talk about steals and rebounds, there's another one right there. The U.S. with a commanding lead. But as you said, Anthony, just have not hit their shots. And however, the Philippines in the last quarter, when you shoot 11.1% in a quarter and you have an 8-point lead, well, you deserve your own fate. And there's a foul right there off of the steal.
When you look at the United States being very methodical in their offensive sets.
Yeah, they don't really have anybody with any speed on this roster at all, so they're going to be pretty much one-dimensional throughout this tournament. And maybe if you play like that, you can afford to get by with that. As you watch Tim Paulch roll to the hoop.
But remember, the game of basketball is a game wherein you can excel in if you have got a lot of size. And the Americans taking full advantage of their size, their height, their heft.
Well, it's not really like they've got any guys that tall. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys over 2 meters. In fact, the Philippines have 1, 2, 3, well, 3 guys. So they've got 1 or 2 guys a little bit taller. But you know, a lot of it, I think, is in their understanding of the game. Again, these guys have played 4 or 5 years of college ball. Some of them probably summer league and everything. So they know the ins and outs of the game. Where this Philippine team, you know, it's an experiment. It's a new team. And don't forget that these athletes in action, even though they are together just as a barnstorming team, they have played some of the best collegiate teams and even played some of the pro teams. So yeah, they are not your NBA teams coming out here, but you know, it'd be a mistake to consider them just some ragtag team that's put together. They've got a lot of experience.
And I think slowly but surely the Philippines realizing that. The Americans now with a 3-point advantage.
Yeah, stepping through the pick right there. And using up almost every second on the clock, every time down. Wilkerson turning, firing, can't get that to go. But again, another second chance opportunity and fouled on the way up.
And the Philippines has just given up too many offensive rebounds right from the get-go. I remember the very first play here in this game, and 3-4 possessions given up by Team Philippines. They cannot afford to do that. Not against anyone.
Yeah. And you know, it takes a lot of energy out of you when the team comes down at you. They're very methodical. They're using 20, 21 seconds every possession. Then they get the offensive rebound. Then they start all over again. You're spending all of your time playing defense. And anybody will tell you in basketball, it's a lot harder to play defense than it is offense. So you're spending, and what does that give you left over for your offense? Not a whole lot. And in the third quarter, it really showed on this Philippine team. Numbers on Ralph.
Hey, motion going down.
Another difference is the fact that the Americans have actually hit most of their free throws.
Yeah, they're over 72% in the free throw.
The Philippines teetering over just about 50%.
51%. Fouls about.
Yes, ALAB for 3.
Yes. And that's, you can see him trying to fire up the troops right now with that shot. It's been a long time since ALAB has done it. In the first half, he did it through penetration. So he gets the big 3 now. Look at the cutters for the Americans. Bounce pass in. Nice little move, up and over, yes. 10 points.
He showed 3 different moves there on that attack to the basket.
With just over 6 minutes here to play in the last quarter.
Aguila that hits from the outside.
Yeah, that's a 2. Well, we expect this game to go right down to the wire. Signs of life in the Philippine offense now. Americans down to 7 in the 24-second shot clock. Leaning in, will he get it off? Foul and bailed out. And that's what you don't want to do. 2 seconds, you had your man tied up. No point in fouling him. Not only do you foul him, you send him to the line. Right there, he's got him with the body.
And look at that reaction from Taulava, saying, you bailed him out there, fella. But at the same time, you know, Asi brought his hands down. And so that made the call easier for the referee. You have to remember, as a big man, just keep your hands up there. And remember, Taulava's a pretty big man. He stands 6'9".
And he's checking into the game for the USA. So, new 24-second clock. That's just what we were talking about before. The Philippines made to play extended defense every time down.
But you know what? Mike Jarvis is there screaming at the referee saying, we need to get 2 shots.
Instead of that, they're going to take the basket. Coming to the basket. Blocked by Donald Sloan. So Americans up by 3. Oh, wide open look. Shooter's touch. Back rims and up and in.
The Philippines not getting back quickly on D. They're not challenging the shooters, Chuck.
Yeah, they're not. Look at the fourth quarter, both shooting 50%. Oh, rims in. Wow. So that was a 3 and a huge 3. Because it looked like the momentum was entirely going the other way. So Jimmy Alapod, 2 clutch threes down the stretch here.
He's really been a one-man wrecking crew as far as the Philippines is concerned. You can see that graphic 100% from three-point country.
They're now finally getting into the open court. Now what do we got here?
It's going to be a foul called.
The way that the referee raced over, see if it's going to be a flagrant. Take a look at it again. I don't think it was purposeful, but well, there's your push. Not very hard, just a hand on the back. Let's see how the referee responds to it. As Aguila goes hard into the placards there.
Denise can hit the three-pointer. It does.
So Philippines just like that. A 3 by Alapod. Panisi responding with another 3. They take the 1-point lead.
Actually, Chuck, that's 3 straight three-pointers for the Philippines. 2 from Alapag and 1 from Pinisi. 9 quick points.
So a little mini run here. Going up and has his pocket pick. In the open court, just where they like to be. Fumbles around, kicks it. No call.
They will reset the offense here. Shot clock down to 6. Nice move inside by Raimundo.
Yeah, and you can see Sloan looking for the call for the offensive charge, doesn't get it.
One of the main reasons why Raimundo was free there was the Americans were just respecting that three-point shooting of the Filipinos.
They're coming alive when it matters the most. 3-point Filipino lead. They trail by as many as 5. Philippines was up by as many.
Clock is down to 1.
Yes, it is. Oh! Right in his hands it fell.
Talk about a lucky break, Chuck. Manna from heaven.
Yeah. I don't think it touched the rim at all.
That's it.
Right into his hand.
That is exactly what Coach Chod Reyes is talking about. That should have been a violation. Alapag with a 3.
Jimmy Alapag just firing it up right now. As he has hit 3 clutch threes with under 3 minutes to go as the Philippines take the lead 59-63-59. We'll be back. Under control as they led by 5. But 3 3-pointers by Jimmy Alapag. Panisi also chipping in with one. Gagia also with one. So doing it with the long ball, the Philippines get themselves right back in this game. And in fact, taking this game by the horns here with, what, 2:44, 3:15, something like that to play. 2:56, under 3 minutes now. So Americans are going to have to find some more options off their offense if they expect to stop this Philippine team. We shot an abysmal 11% the third quarter. Have really turned it on here in the end. And what we got here, stepped on the in line.
I think it's a 3-second violation.
So a turnover. The Philippines will get it back.
You know, the problem with the Americans is they should get into their offense much quicker. They're taking too much time, like you can see a while ago. This rush shot, though, they got the lucky break with that putback.
Very deliberate, very one-dimensional. And it's really costing them now as they are getting taken to the cleaners.
Throng of Filipinos here inside the stadium in Chinese Taipei.
Oh, yes.
That will help their cause.
Yes, it will. That cuts the lead in half.
What a time for the Americans to hit their stride from three-point country.
Something that has been lacking from their arsenal all the time. The whole game. Look at it now. They're still 4 for 24. 16.7%. Another three jacked up. And they're trading it now.
That's the Spitfire Mark Kagiwa. And the Philippines raining three-pointers on the Americans.
Tip no good. Rebound by the Philippines. In the open court where they love to be. Yes!
Nice touch pass there from Jimmy Alapag to Mark Kagiwa, and the Philippines finishing on the break. They're up by 8 with a minute and 30 remaining.
Yeah, you see the problem with the Americans now is that, you know, they just run out of ideas. Gets the deck here, and it's a travel ball, so that might just do it.
Could have also been a charging call called on the Americans there. A minute 20 remaining.
Well, you also mentioned getting beat on that one play on the backdoor play. And, you know, that's on for every coach is going to hate that. You never get beat on the backdoor. It's so elemental. What this means is you aren't guarding the baseline. And, you know, this guy got 19 points. I mean, look at him, three-point land. 3 of 3, and he's done it all the fourth quarter.
Fantastic numbers, shooting almost, I think, shooting 100% from the field.
Yeah. 2 of 2 from 2-point range, and 3 of 3 from downtown.
His only glitch was missing one free throw. Boy, what a performance here by Jimmy Alapag.
Almost losing, and he does, in fact, so getting a tick left.
But Mike Jarvis is going to be very happy. He said he wants more pressure from his American players. That's exactly what he did, forcing a turnover from Team Philippines.
They're going to have to come up with something magical now. A minute left and an 8-point lead. You're almost going to need, you've got to have a 3 at some point.
Well, the Pinto will still do it here for Team USA, but they're going to have it right now. Get into their offense quickly, have somebody going towards the basket, slashing. They don't have the three-point gunners that the Philippines has. You can see it there.
Yeah, you see the hesitancy when they do have the ball. And 10 left on the shot clock, and that's not a position of being there. Finally, the rotation gets them over there, and they get the 3 that they needed.
That's big. That is big.
Yeah, down by 5 now with 40 seconds to play, and they need a steal here. The Philippines lately doing a very good job of protecting the ball.
I think Team USA has got a foul here. But of course, too much time has already run out, so might as well just play out this shot clock.
Oh, almost stolen away. So the Philippines will get the ball back with 5 on the shot clock.
Well, time is not on the side of Team USA. 22.3 seconds remaining. They're down by 5. Even if they get the defensive stop here, they'll still need 2 baskets.
Yeah, you're talking 18 seconds left, and you know, you're down by 5 points. Even if you go down and hit the 3, you're still down a bucket, and it's going to take time to set up your offense because the U.S. does not really have fast break as a component of their game. They have to be patient, go down and set up.
Mick, Jimmy, Kirby,
When Gabe gets the ball, Gabe inbounding. Mark, okay, curl hard to the basket right here. Coming through, okay? And then Mick, Kirby, okay, make sure we set 2 screens for Jimmy. Jim come out hard, and Kirby follow. Mark follow. Mick follow after the double screen. Okay, we'll curl Mark here. If he's open, Gabe, you get him and you attack right away. Now double screen for Jimmy coming out. Kirby, balik sa bola. Mark, Mick, come to the ball.
Okay, well, setting up a play there.
It was very clear what Coach Chod Reyes wants because he realizes there's only 5 seconds in the shot clock. And what he has on the floor right now is a very good inbounder and a point guard in Gabe Norwood. At the same time, you have Jimmy Alapag coming off that double pick who he can hit the outside shot, but his first option is Mark Tagiwa going towards the baseline. And Nick Pinisi and Kirby Raimundo, when they get that ball, can also hit the outside shot.
Yeah, didn't quite work out for him. That's the buzzer! So that will do it. Well, a busted play, but doesn't matter. They get the 2 points out of it, and it doesn't matter now. 72-67. He just salted away. There is the foul. Wow.
You know, Chuck, the main reason why Mark Tagiwa was option number 1 for Coach Chod Reyes is because he's the #1 freelancer as far as the Philippine team is concerned. Given the ball, he can break down the defense, he can take the outside shot, and that's exactly what happened.
Well, the double. And again, Anthony, goes back to their very poor shooting. And, you know, they're just really basic one-dimensionalists here. There's your foul. Being one-dimensional as a team, they really don't have anybody, you know, like a Jimmy Alapag that can, you know, get you points quick. They have to set up. That's not their game any other way. So when you fall behind, it takes time to set up and time to score points, and the time that they just don't have right now, 2 seconds.
And at the same time, Chuck, you need to have the complete package if you want to win a championship, if you want to do well in the tournament. They have the size, they have the heft, they have the talent inside, but they don't have any shooters to complement these big players.
At least they did in this game. They weren't able to knock down shots when they needed to. Now, bear in mind, that also includes a very poor third-quarter shooting outing by the Philippines, right? Where they scored only 6 points. You can see it right there. But the Americans, what they do, they only scored 15. Look at the second quarter. Americans only scored 6. So, you know, you add all these up, and it's a Philippine win, and it could have been more had they converted more at the free throw line. So I think really, realistically, you're looking at Mike Jarvis that has a team that might win a few games here, but he really doesn't have a spark plug, the point guard that can really push the ball up. You know, they did some good things with the press. They did a few good things shooting later on, but not enough to be this high-octane Philippine offense. We'll be right back to wrap it up in a moment.